Good afternoon, everyone. What a power-packed day it was. A lot of discussions around small businesses, SBA regulations, JVs, MPPs, funding, and whatnot. Here we are at our final closing keynote. We have a distinguished guest from SBA, Dr. Donna Peebles. I want to welcome Dr. Donna Peebles, and she is the Associate Administrator at the Office of Business Development at the SBA. She was appointed to the Senior Executive Service in April 2019, and she joined SBA later in May 2019. Serving as the Associate Administrator for the ADay Business Development Program, she is responsible to provide effective business development tools to procurement-ready small businesses seeking ADay certification and enterprise agreements. Additionally, Dr. Peebles serves as the ADay certifying official for all ADay applicants in the US. Beginning her civilian career as a Navy Controller College intern in '90, Dr. Peebles worked in various US government, you name it, finance, budget, acquisition, small business programs within the Navy, Air Force, Army, and National Guard. Prior to joining the SBA, she served as the Director, Office of Small Business Programs at the US Army Corps of Engineers in DC. So welcome, Dr. Peebles. We're all looking forward to your keynote. The floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, Sundhi, and good afternoon, everybody. It really is a pleasure to spend time with everybody this afternoon. And thank you to Thai DC for the invitation. It's such an ideal platform to connect and communicate with all of you. Earlier today, you had the opportunity to hear from our Deputy Associate Administrator, Ms. Barbara Carson, and she shared a lot of highlights and insights for our programs. And to complement that, I wanted to also share a few things as well, where we're at, where we're going, and acknowledging this time of economic recovery for our nation's small businesses. We know that a lot of our small businesses are focused on pursuing and capturing new opportunity in the federal marketplace so they can continue to grow and prosper and create new wealth for themselves. On behalf of our leaders at the SBA, and specifically my colleagues from our Office of Government Contracting and Business Development, our number one priority is to maximize business development, to mentor and educate small businesses interested in our government contracting and certification programs to ensure they are procurement ready and postured for success. I'd like to recognize earlier this year that SBA proudly announced scorecard achievements. Despite these economic times, there is a lot of good news there, and there's going to be more of that growth and opportunity in the upcoming year. And it was great to see that the federal government exceeded the 23% small business procurement goal for in FY19 for the 7th consecutive year. And there are some highlights to celebrate and to share there. 26.5% or $132 billion awarded in federal contracts to small businesses. And for the second year in a row, we exceeded that 5% goal of prime contracts going to women-owned small businesses. And we saw a higher level, the highest level of Hubzone spending in 7 years, with about $11 billion injected into economically disadvantaged regions. 33% of the $270 billion in federal spending was reserved for small businesses in subcontracting and created more than 1 million jobs. Despite the pandemic and the impact to firms, the SBA, our team, we are invested in growth and looking forward to strong success in the upcoming fiscal year. But beyond the goals, small business, I really believe, is big business when it comes to engagement and development of our nation's small businesses. And at the SBA, in our Office of Government Contracting and Business Development, we maintain a big commitment to service firms interested in the government contracting certification programs as you pursue and capture opportunity in the federal marketplace. This year, as you are familiar with and as you've heard from my colleagues earlier in this event, some of the most comprehensive changes in our government contracting certification programs have occurred this year. And just to add a little bit to what has already been shared and shared earlier from my colleagues in this event, you know, the Hubzone program. The SBA really has focused there, and through the leadership of Lori Gillen, the Hubzone director, and her strong, mighty team, SBA made it easier for qualified small businesses to participate in the Hubzone program. There's faster certification processes happening, many within 60 days of complete application, and that's just amazing. And in the ADay program, we are focused on application education initiatives, and I'll share some more about that a little bit later, where interested firms can continue to successfully partner with our district offices and our resource partners to ensure they're procurement ready when they apply for ADay certification. And many small businesses are successfully expanding their own capacity through our other business development tools in the form of mentor-protege relationships under the mentor-protege program. And we have over 1,300 approved joint ventures and mentor-protege agreements. And the Women-Owned Small Business Program, you're all familiar with a lot of those changes going on now and the online certification process. And I wanted to take some time to share with you all just a little bit of, not a complete history lesson, but a little bit about a reminder about our ADay program. The Business Development Program, it's a key program here at the SBA. It's a robust 9-year program, really to create a level playing field for we have 4,500 or so participants in the ADay program. We want them to be able to successfully participate in the federal marketplace. And it's my vision and goal this year, and just period, not just this year alone, but going forward, that we continue to increase the number of contracts awarded to our ADay firms, and those in the program each fiscal year. So how am I doing this? Well, we have a strong partnership with the Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business Utilization. Our OSDBUs are senior small business program executives across the federal agencies. And it's been an initiative of mine to partner with them and share with them those ADay program participants in our program who are seeking maybe their first government contract or more opportunity, sharing with those program officials the ADay participants' primary NAICS codes so that when they promote market research, they can really look at our program and find capable, qualified ADay firms. I wanted to share some more history about the ADay program, Section ADay Authority to promote small businesses owned by disadvantaged individuals. It goes way back to 1967, but in 1969, the SBA, if you didn't know it, established the Office of Business Development and started utilizing Section ADay to encourage small business development in areas that require economic stimulus and small business participation in resolving, developing minority entrepreneurship in our country. And Congress formalized the focus of the ADay program on disadvantaged business owners and amended the Small Business Act in 1978. And Congress found that it is in the nation's interest to expeditiously make it better, the conditions for socially and economically disadvantaged groups. And that conditions be improved when the government wanted to procure supplies, services, materials, construction, all of that from those small business owners of those areas. And Congress adopted the purpose of the ADay program, and it really is three key things. Fostering business ownership by individuals that are both socially and economically disadvantaged, promote competitive viability of firms by providing available contracting, financial, technical, and management assistance, and expanding the program for the procurement by giving those opportunities across that spectrum of supplies, services, materials by those business owners. In my position, I do serve as an approving authority for the ADay certification program. And I'm very excited to share that we had the highest number of ADay certifications issued this fiscal year. The program is attractive. Firms are taking time to evaluate their readiness before they apply. But the ADay program is it's not just a contracting program. It really is rooted in the foundation of business development. And it is a 9-year certification program. I really believe it is a smart, bold, and accessible business development program that gives our eligible disadvantaged firms truly a hand up to participate in government contracting. And it's amazing, a reminder to me every time I certify a new firm. America's small businesses, they are the largest employers and job creators. 99% of all American companies are owned by small businesses. And we are invested in their success. The SBA is invested in their success through all of the tools that are available. And when it comes to the ADay program, in the last fiscal year, our federal agencies used the ADay program, awarded over 80,000 contract actions, over $18 billion in opportunity. And this success is a direct result of the small business program leaders across all of the federal agencies and their commitment and dedicated support to promoting the business development through their agencies' contracting opportunities. It really is instrumental for continued success this year. And we have a lot of great opportunity coming forward. It is my vision and goal to promote the competitive viability of these small businesses, all small businesses, but especially our ADay firms, by providing that contracting opportunity and also the financial, technical, and management assistance, which I'll talk about a little bit later, in the form of our 7J management and technical assistance training. You may have heard from Stanley Jones earlier today. He served on another panel and he's our director for that program. There's a lot of exciting free training available to firms there. So promoting the viability of small businesses. The SBA, we accomplish this through key partnerships with like I mentioned, the small business program leaders from the federal agencies, but also it's a collaboration, a multifunctional collaboration, teaming that happens, and also with the procurement center representatives, SBA's procurement center representatives, and our business opportunity specialists in the district offices. That multifunctional teaming that occurs between procurement and contracting at the agencies, our small business administration, we do work together to craft effective procurement strategies to utilize all of the socioeconomic small businesses across our programs. That includes a women-owned small business program, service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses, Hubzone firms, and of course, our ADay certified program participants. And business development, those initiatives that we have, it comes in many forms. So ranging from assistance with writing business plans and understanding loans and financial assistance, proposal writing, and also the emphasis is on cybersecurity and those types of things too. There's quite a spectrum of management and technical assistance training. And one of the SBA's, I think it's our flagship business development program, is our 7J management and technical assistance training, or the 7J program. And many of our participants listening today are small businesses, There's a big presence on LinkedIn through some of our district offices, making available that 7J training, and visiting the local SBA district office is one direct route to get information on all of those training that is available and to enroll in it. It's free business development training, and it's not just for ADay certified firms. The training is available to all eligible small businesses that are owned and controlled by economically and socially disadvantaged individuals, small businesses located in areas of high unemployment or low income, small businesses owned by low income individuals, and of course our certified ADay participants and our Hubzone firms, and small businesses that are owned, the economically disadvantaged women-owned small business owners. The best way for those eligible firms to get into that training, like I mentioned before, is meeting with your district office, SBA district office, to find out more about the training and how it's offered and how to enroll. In the 7J training, we have 7 grants and contracts, and these grantees offer a wide spectrum of training. Overall, myself, our small business administration team, we do carry a big passion for our programs, definitely with an attitude of service to make sure that our small businesses are getting what they need. And a lot of your business development needs and your success in your endeavors, you can utilize these programs to further position yourselves for success. That 7J training that I mentioned before, I believe on average, over 8,500 firms benefit from that training every year. And our SBA's Office of Native American Affairs also has 7 grants where they focus on business development needs in tribal community areas, which is really important. We are it's always important to us that our firms get the management and technical assistance that they need. We conducted some research earlier last year to really take another look at the impact of 7J training in relation to government contracting. And 7J training, firms that, eligible firms that take advantage of the 7J training have a higher likelihood of obtaining federal contracts at a higher rate. And that was very revealing to know the impact that training is having on firms. 12 percentage points more likely to obtain a federal contract than those without the training. And I would encourage all firms that are interested in that training to take a look at it. And a new addition to our 7J training program is a new grant from awarded to NetQuery for bid speed. It's called bid speed. It is a great tool for those eligible small businesses that qualify for 7J training to really pursue and capture opportunity. In this time of economic recovery, small businesses are looking to capture that opportunity across the federal agencies. And there is additional information available to get to that training through your district office. And I can share the link to that later in the chat or share it with you to make sure that that you have it. I focused a little bit earlier on business development and assistance and readiness. And I think the procurement landscape is continuing to shift. The way that agencies procured contracts 5 years ago, 3 years ago, it's not the same anymore. A lot of their strategies are changing. The agencies aren't procuring things the way that they used to. There's consolidation happening. We hear terms like frictionless contracting, where federal agencies are trying to streamline the way that they make procurements. And I know that our small businesses are challenged with finding opportunity or identifying that opportunity across the agencies. Our SBA team has a great partnership and collaboration with the federal agencies and their offices of small business programs, their small business program officials. And it's really important to them that they make their forecasts available, and so that you know what they are looking to buy, so that you can identify if you're a good match to partner with that agency. And I would encourage our small businesses to continue to partner with those small business program offices at the federal agencies and engage early and often. It can be challenging, but through that collaboration, once you get that dialogue started, it could be a good direct way to find out what's coming. Even if it's coming up in the next year or two, it will help you position for success there as well. Our SBA district offices and our Office of Government Contracting and Business Development also partner with the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, the PTACs, who counsel and assist firms on a wide spectrum of things. I'm sure that you're all familiar with those as well. In our, across our programs, the application education initiatives are really important. And it's the readiness of firms. If you haven't applied to the ADay program, for example, or the Hubzone program yet, there's a lot to consider there. It's a big business decision, and you have to ask yourselves, are you really procurement ready? And are you ready to apply? I will share with you the certify.sba.gov website, and there is a whole section on knowledge of our programs, and there's a tool to walk you through. It's called Am I Ready? To double check your readiness. But some of our programs can be a little bit challenging to maneuver, but by looking at that knowledge bank, you can familiarize yourself with that application package before you apply. I was really surprised coming on board the SBA a year and a half or so ago, and talking to firms who had applied to the ADay program and then small businesses in general. It was surprising to me that a firm could apply to the ADay program without having met with us first, or some hadn't even pursued a relationship with a Procurement Technical Assistance Center or one of our business opportunity specialists at the district office. And it's really important that you take a look at the programs before you apply, specifically the ADay program. Look at things in your company, such as your capacity. Are you positioned for success, and are you really procurement ready? The ADay program is a great program. It's 9 years, but you want to hit the ground running for success and be really ready to pursue and capture and then execute those contracting opportunities once they become available to you. There's a lot of self-marketing involved in that ADay program. I think a myth buster is that once you get in the ADay program, there are just government contracts coming your way, but we know that that's not the case. It really is a big challenge for small businesses. It's a big business decision to pursue that 9 years. And we want you to be really ready when you apply, knowing that 9 years is going to go by fast. We want you to take full advantage of the 9 years. And then when it comes to your vision for your company and your business plan, spend time with some of those resource partners at the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, our small business development centers in our district office areas. And although we are more virtual now, there are ways to connect. And on sba.gov, we have a lot of information there and a lot of resources for you to access so that you know where to get started. Lots of opportunity going on there as well. And just identifying which program may be right for you and are you really ready? So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you all today. And it's been, I appreciate this opportunity to connect and communicate a little bit about our programs. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Dr. Peebles. That was very, very informative. I do have a few questions if you have some time to quickly go over a few of them. I think the first bucket is on Hubzones. Hubzone numbers are still tough for a lot of agencies to be met. So what are the specific steps that SBA is undertaking to meet those goals?
Meeting goals for the Hubzone program.
Yeah, that's right.
I know that there's a lot of, that's a really good question. I appreciate you asking that. I wish we had our Hubzone director with us, but I know that from application education to outreach with some of the federal procurement agencies, they're really focused on acquisition strategies that could be attractive for Hubzone firms. And it comes down to market research. And those Hubzone firms that have taken time to apply, they are bringing with them a lot of strong capability. So we're doing our best to focus on how, like when contracting officers do market research, how could they, if they're getting responses from Hubzone firms interested, we want to promote reserving and doing those set-asides if there are 2 or more Hubzones that are capable and qualified.
Okay. Now, there are a few questions, mostly on the BOSS resources and accessibility and not being able to reach them and the resources being overwhelmed. So what kind of steps are being taken so small businesses are can get the assistance on a timely manner, whatever guidance on whatever problems you're facing?
So I'm hearing the concern is being able to be connected and have outreach with our district offices to get assistance specifically.
Yeah, so it's specifically about the business, the BOSS resources, who sometimes have too many accounts or too many companies that they're managing. So when ADay companies reach out to them, they don't probably get timely response or answers from them.
So for ADay participants that are in our program now that need assistance, continue to, I know we have so many district offices and we're spread out really thin. That depending on what your question or concern is, you can, if an ADay firm is feeling so challenged to the point that they feel like they're not getting something, you can reach out to me directly too. But our procurement center representatives are also there. But our business opportunity specialists, I know that they are focused on servicing the firms in their portfolio, and depending on what the issue is, we would never want to neglect a firm, but I can offer that as extra assistance. I know we have such a dynamic network of business opportunity specialists, and although it is busy, there is support there.
Perfect. The other question is on acquiring an ADay company. Let's say an ADay company gets acquired by another ADay company. What happens to the target ADay, or how does that fall under the SBA umbrella? Is a question.
So one ADay acquires another ADay company.
That's right. That's right.
And then what is the question?
So the question is, what happens to the target ADay company status? Meaning, what happens to the company that ultimately gets acquired? I think that's the question.
Oh gosh, I
Now, have you
don't
come
know. I
across
don't know
such?
if I have a good answer for that.
Okay.
I mean, that's such a unique business decision.
Mhm.
You know, when we have one ADay company who wants to procure another ADay company, I
Mhm.
know our SBA team looks at that
Mhm.
really carefully just to make sure that everything lines up. And then pretty soon we have a new ADay company where maybe control and ownership has changed a little bit. I'm sorry, I don't have a perfect answer, but if to answer that more specifically, I've taken a note of that, and we can follow up.
Perfect.
I'm not sure if there's an additional concern there about the company itself, and I definitely would not want to miscommunicate anything there.
Okay, perfect. There are a few questions related to COVID. Let me try and see if I can put them together in one. So I'm sure COVID has impacted SBA too as an agency. So what are the top challenges that you have currently, and how can small businesses come and help you with those challenges related to COVID? So it's a pretty open-ended thing, but if there are any areas where small businesses can come and help SBA.
How can small businesses come help us?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a great question. You know, I never thought of that. You know, we're so busy worrying about how to take care of our firms during the pandemic with offering our program flexibilities. I think I'm stumped but I know that small businesses, all of our small businesses in general, are really experiencing a lot of economic challenges, and what I am hopeful is that they don't stop looking for opportunity. We've seen a lot of changes across all of our programs, and whether you're looking for certification or not, there is room for growth and opportunity. And I know the federal agencies and what their small business program offices have shared with us is that they're really making a focused effort. It is their priority to make sure that firms know where opportunity is and how to get to it.
Okay. Perfect. No, I think that's, I know we are running very close to the time limit here. Let me just see if I can wrap up with just one last questions in terms of where we are. So I know you talked a lot about 7J training and all these programs for management and technical assistance. So is there a way SBA has looked into, because training is a one-time activity, but the mentoring and coaching for ADay needs to happen over the life of 3, 4, 5 years in the early stages. So is there a formal platform for knowledge sharing or best practices, those things that can be shared by companies who are on the other end of the ADay that can be shared with early stage ADay companies?
In the 7J program, I'm sorry, you froze up.
Hi, Sunny. Looks like you're disconnected. I think, yes, he meant in the
Upcoming ADay
7J program.
companies?
Yes.
I apologize. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, so the question is, are there any other programs outside of 7J that is ADay companies can look for continued mentoring and coaching through their life of their ADay?
So so mentoring and coaching outside, so the 7J program, I mean, that's a lot of the foundational technical and management assistance program.
Okay.
Mentoring and coaching, the Mentor Protege program is another tool for business development for ADay firms or any small business looking to join together with another teaming partner if it's the right time for them to learn how to build more capacity. That's another way to do that.
That's awesome. No, I think for the ones where you want to get back, we'll definitely keep the communication open and we'll share it with our audience on our portal. So I know we are well past the time, Dr. Peebles. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you so much. That was a lot of information for our audience. And on behalf of Thai DC board, if this was a live event, we would have given a small token of appreciation, a small souvenir. However, since this is a virtual event, we'll be making a small donation to one of the charitable organizations in the name of all the speakers who came, and please accept that as our humble thanks. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Peebles.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to participate. And Sundi, afterwards, I will make available, if it wasn't shared by some of my SBA colleagues earlier, key email addresses for those ADay firms who have expressed wanting to be in touch with someone for additional assistance, and so that you could share those with participants.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much.
And it was a real pleasure. And thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation today.
All right, thank you so much.